We're set up at the Henry house. I still need to set the dark box up, and then we need to get changed. We have our cameras set up here. This is our main English tailboard, and that is a whole plate camera. We also have half plate and quarter plate inserts for that, and that is our stereo camera over there. And stereo photography is also part of the story here at Manassas National Battlefield. It's much easier to set everything up when we're in normal clothing, but I can at least get the dark box set up. Because of the rain and because of the cold, it's still like late March, and it's just on that borderline of chemistry. So we opted to be inside, and when we're inside, we kind of cheat a little bit, and we use modern stuff. The reason we use modern is because we have so many layers of protection. I would not want to be the person that spilled an entire silver bath of silver on the floor, and it is forever stained in 2022 with a chemical process from the 1860s. But I get everything set up. I've got trays. I usually, because we still need to leave, I want to keep everything as secure as possible. And we do have a member of the park that's going to kind of keep an eye on things for us. So I definitely keep, I just don't pull everything out until I'm really ready to use it. I've got a lot of things. I've got my Waterhouse stops. I've got my spectacles here. All of our bottles we use inside are plastic, and even in our wooden dark box we use plastic as well. And the reason because that is we're using cyanide, we're using acids, we're using stuff that has ether in it, and I really don't ever want to have a situation where not only do I have broken glass in here and possibly cut myself up, but also those chemicals kind of having a party in the dark box, which is probably bad news. Actually, it is bad news. This is our cooler that we keep everything in. This is my silver bath. I've got several collodions with me. As you can see, I've got a very ripe, and I've got a nicely ripe. I always have two different kinds of collodions with me. I've got my developers, which stay inside the box. I'm going to clean up here a little bit. I always keep all the chemistry away from people. Even my bulk chemistry, I've got extras of everything, but I keep that away from people so that we don't have any issues. And I do have some more modern stuff. We have our Speedotron lights. We have some of the boxes that our cameras came in. And of course, because it's us, we have a cooler of goodies and a bag of snacks because, snacks. But it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to fly because it's going to be such a great time. And we sometimes forget to eat, and then we're wondering why we're starving, and it's at 6 o'clock. But it'll be a good day. It'll be a quick day. I'm hoping we get a lot of nice people. I hope the rain doesn't scare people off. But if it does, we have a beautiful day tomorrow. Just a little bit on the chilly side. All right, I'm going to double check focus, make sure everybody's ready.
Hey guys, don't stop moving.
Need to hold extra still. It's going to be about a 6-second exposure. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and relax.
Don't sneeze.
I'm going to go in and develop. Can you get my hat from that lady? I'm going to go in and develop, and then I'm going to bring it out right here. If it's okay, I'll let you know, and you can bring the people over. Oh man, what a cool! Nice day. Nice day here at Manassas. It snowed. It rained, it sleeted, it hailed. It hailed twice, once in kind of around noon, and it just hailed again. I wish I would have captured it. But it hailed, it's cold, humidity's off the charts, which is always fun when you're working with tintypes. But it's, I've never made plates in hail before, and we did, that's cool. But You know, the people here at Manassas National Battlefield, they couldn't be more gracious and more amazing people. When you have somebody that just loves the organization, that loves the location, that loves history, you can really tell and feed off of that. And that just makes our job so much easier because it expects us to up our game too. If people are taking a lot of great time to make sure that spectators understand, then it really helps. It really makes us up our game too. We've got to be on the game, and we've got to be able to match that energy, and it's just so. It's a lot of fun. It's absolutely a lot of fun. But anyway, we're going to, before it gets too late, we're going to go over to the visitor center and change into normal clothing again. We're going to wait until they can come and lock up the Henry house with our equipment in there. We got the important stuff out, but we still have a couple things in there, and they're locking it, and they've got park security. I'm not worried about it at all. Oh, here comes Christine. But we're going to go find something to eat, and then I think it's going to be an early. We haven't had anything to eat. I think we talked a little bit about the fact that we didn't have any lunch. We're very hungry, but sometimes when you just get into the groove, you don't feel hungry until you realize, okay, it's 5 o'clock and I'm hungry. But that's where we are. I don't know where we're going to go for dinner, but we'll check back in before we go to bed, and we'll tuck y'all in and say goodnight. Right?
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
I have no idea how we're going to do this. Let's see if I can come up. Guess like up, going the other way. Well, we said we would say something when we got situated. The first car camp, and you're hearing the fan. If you hear like a buzzy noise, you're hearing the heater. The first car camp of this year. Wow, what a debacle! We're at a Cracker Barrel parking lot. We're gonna go in and get Cracker Barrel breakfast in the morning. Cracker Barrel's
I like
okay.
it.
She likes Cracker Barrel, but it's cold. I don't know why. It's not that cold. I think it's like 38, and just getting somewhere warm after we were already cold. We got back out. It was just a lot. I'm ready for spring. It's supposed to be spring. Let's have stupid spring. But
Yeah, today's weather was so weird.
yeah, we had snow, rain, and hail all together, which was fun. But we have the heating pad that we had at our last trip. I can't remember which one it was. We have a little heater. See if I can turn this thing around. And no, of course not, because But there's the Jackery. There's Chris's phone providing flashlight because I guess you need light to make videos. And we have the heating pad, the heating blanket on. I'm on my side. You probably finally see what the car looks like. Yeah, this is how much space we have right here, which is a little problematic, but honestly, it's not terrible. It's not terrible as long as we have our heads up here by the passenger door, and I can kind of look out and pretend I'm not in a coffin, and I usually do well. But it's kind of a weird angle. We tried it before where we put the camera up here, and it just looks absolutely terrible. But I'm sure this looks terrible as well. Whatever. But we have one more day tomorrow. It's when we get there at 9 a.m. It's going to only be 37 degrees out. I'm hoping the chemistry does well because we're supposed to have a first demonstration at 10 a.m. And the problem is it's not going to be anywhere near where the chemicals like to be. Hopefully the inside of the house is 50-ish, if not higher. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We had such a great day today. Just nonstop plates. I think that's it. We're going to say goodnight, and we have another day tomorrow, which hopefully should be fun. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good morning. I don't know what temperature it is, but it is cold. We kind of wanted to sleep in a little bit, but then the Jackery went click. Jackery clicked, and we realized that, oops, we ran out of 100% of 1,000 watt seconds of power last night just because of how cold it was. But, yeah. I guess it was time to get up. We were kind of procrastinating anyway. It is 8:30 and come on, fingers don't want to work. It's currently 40 degrees. It's going to get up to only 44, but we're going to close up we're going to kind of clean up the bed area, get all the bed taken apart, and get some breakfast and go over to Manassas and hopefully not freeze. Oh, I'm sore, cold. Christine's doing all that fun stuff. And then we're going to collapse the bed, brush her teeth, comb her hair, go inside, try to act like normal people that didn't just sleep in a van last night. Push it. Beautiful. You should be able to see the plate drying out on our sitter there. There we go. There's what happens is it lightens up, and then when we varnish, we put it back down. But I just wanted to get this plate a little bit of heat, helps get it on its way to drying out. And then I'll move to another. Whew. Okay, pull this plate. This is the last step of the varnishing, of the actual tintype process. This is the varnishing. I want to give that plate a little bit of warmth first. Try to turn my hand around so that you can get a video. There we go. Usually when I change things up, that's when I pour the varnish down my arm. And there we go. It lasts at least 160 years. Or are we up to 180 years now?
At least 160.
We are finally packed up. I wanted to get a video in it before I changed clothing, but it's so frigid cold and the wind is crazy. By the just amazing memorial, just having this very special memorial out the window. Working here at the beautiful Manassas National Battlefield. You might not even be able to hear me because of all this wind, but we want to thank, of course, Manassas National Battlefield for having us out. We want to thank all of their staff and their volunteers for being just absolutely amazing. I'm cutting Christine's head off. And of course, all the spectators that came out and took the time to listen to us babble on about historic photography and photography during the Civil War. And if you watched us make one of the several plates that we made this weekend, I hope you really enjoyed. And with that, I think we're gonna get in the car, we're gonna crank the heat up, and we're going home. And I think that's going to be the end of this video, unless something fun happens. But ain't nothing fun going to happen. We're going home. We're going home where it's warm.
Yes.
And a warm bed. And we had such a great time at Manassas National Battlefield. I'm forgetting and we really hope to be out here again. This is a very important Civil War site, and this is a very important Civil War site for Civil War photography and photojournalism too.
Yes.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye.